Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurwahidah, ID number 20400124101. In this video, I will answer several questions about research design and educational research design. The first question. I would say most beginner researchers do not really get the point of what they're doing. They usually see research as just a boring academic hurdle or some mad scientist lab work. They feel lost because they do not have a research design, which is basically the GPS needed to keep things on track. Because without a solid plan, they are just wandering around instead of actually finding objective facts. Next, the second question. I totally agree that anyone can do research now. It is not just for people in white coats anymore. But the real difference is in the process. Scientists or pros follow a strict step-by-step plan. So they can use the results for the long run. While regular people usually just look for quick answer to satisfy their curiosity, and once they get it, they're done. There is usually not the follow-up like there is in professional research. Next question, the third question. Research feels scary for students because they are missing the planning skills. It's like being trapped in the middle of a forest without a GPS. That is why they need to master research design. It's the GPS that helps them stay on track and even predicts what problems might pop up later. Next, the fourth question. To me, research design is basically the master plan for the whole project. It is strategy we choose to make sure all the different parts of our study, like the questions, the data, and the analysis actually fit together in a logical way. It acts like a map that keeps us on track so we can find a real answer to our research problems without getting lost or confused along the way. Next, the fifth question. I totally agree that research design is a front management of research management. It is because the design is what organizes the whole process, from what we need at the start, input, how we actually do the work process, and to how we show our findings output. Without this management, the research would be a mess. It brings together all the methods and strategies so we can report the data as proper research findings. Next, the sixth question. Based on Reserach et al. 2010, research stages are a systematic way to make sure our study is valid and reliable. I I think the most critical stage is selecting the topic because it is the foundation of everything else. If we do not grab a topic we truly understand, we will not be able to build a good study. After that, we follow through with other steps like picking the right approach, choosing the participants, and deciding how to analyze the data to get a meaningful result. The last question is seventh question. Research design elements are the core ingredients of a study, including the topic, approach, method, participants, instruments, and data analysis. In my view, the research method is often the most challenging element for beginners. It is because the method is the set of strategies we use to gather evidence. Choosing the right technique is crucial because it determines whether we can actually reveal new information or just get stuck with data that doesn't solve the problem. Thank you for your attention. I apologize if there are any mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.